I'm Shalonda Allison. I'm a LMHC in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am on Instagram as Allison21. You can find me on Facebook at Guiding Light Therapy Center. That's also my website, guidinglighttherapycenter.org. I have a grand dog here in Indianapolis that I love, love, love. And I help so many different people in therapy. I focus on couples and relationships. And now I've started coaching and I'm helping adult parents who are struggling with the disappointment of their adult children. I'm passionate about that. I'm serious about that. And you can look me up on Lighthouse Connection on Facebook to begin that process if you're looking for support with dealing with the disappointment of your adult children. Man, I've known since I was a young child, I was either going to be a teacher, a lawyer, or a therapist. And so I think as a therapist, I get to be all of the above. I find myself being a teacher, a therapist, and even an advocate from that standpoint. So it kind of just was the epitome of all three things that I knew I wanted to do from a very young age. It's been nothing different, those three. And I think this gives me the best of all of those because I get to help, I get to advocate, I get to educate all in one. Started from the bottom and we're here. That's kind of how it was going. So I was not trying to do private therapy at all. I was actually focused on my contract that I have with the state of Indiana. And I started getting calls and I'm like, okay, why are people calling me? And I realized because of insurance, they were seeing me on their list. And so when I started with Vita, I learned a whole lot about what I was doing wrong, which was almost everything because I just jumped in head first. I had no plan. I had no systems in place. I was just kind of going with the flow. And so I went from going with the flow and having all insurance clients to now I'm down to 2 insurance clients because I'm finishing my contract and I have all cash pay clients, which is a big difference. To sum it up, I started from the bottom and I'm here is how it was because I was lost before I got in the Vita system. I was simply just going with the flow, unorganized, no systems in place, and not getting what I deserved. Whoa, that did not come until, and this is the honest truth, until I got in Vita. I've been in other things and group coaching and I'm like, But when I got in here, it was like, I locked in and it was something about Z's energy and just listening to what she was saying. And the more I brought into it, the more I tuned in, the more I focused, I started buying it. I started believing it. And I'm like, okay, I went from, no, I don't want to do that. And that's not good. I'm a helper. And I still am a helper and I still intend to help. I still help people who are in need. But I learned very quickly that this imposter syndrome thing is not working for me. And I really got to level up by being a part of a group of women and men who are aware of who they are and who are step by step just leveling up and believing in themselves. And so now I just have this confidence of, no, sorry, but I can't refer you to somebody. Grad school did not prepare me to do anything in the business realm of therapy at all. Not one thing. And for many of us who want to be business owners, who want to have private practice or whatever form of business with therapy or coaching, it didn't provide one tool for me anyway, in that regard. I have learned so much in the Vita system on getting things in order and getting your affairs in order. I was at the bank the other day, getting my other businesses in order. And I find myself repeatedly saying, well, there's a course I'm in that, and they said I need to ask these questions, and it blows my mind. I have to laugh because I'm like, people are probably like, who is this lady she's talking about? But it has literally prepared me for so many things that grad school never even touched the surface on. Oh my gosh. Identifying who I want to work with. One of the things that was taught is, just because You like everything on the table, don't mean you have to eat everything on the table. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's for you. And yes, you want to help so many people. I mean, I went from a list this big on Psychology Today and just kept narrowing it down and narrowing it and just trying to find that niche, that sweet spot, because I found myself doing therapy, but starting not to enjoy it. But it was because I wasn't really working with the people or the area that I was really interested in. So Vita System has helped me tremendously find that. That's the first piece. That was very crucial for me. And then on the business side of things, it's just a whole nother story. Everything from finances to systems to questions to ask my accountant. And I mean, I could go on and on about it, but finding who I wanted to work with and not trying to help everybody was crucial. I got a referral today and they said, can you please work with this, 15-year-old? And I said, sorry, because I'm not working with teens. Whereas before I'd have been like, sure. I mean, of course I've worked with teens for years, but I'm not doing that anymore. And it felt really good to say, no, I know who I work with. I know who I want to service and where my purpose is. Well, for many people like myself, sometimes people see, oh, it costs this amount. I don't know if I really want to invest. I've done other things like myself. I had put money into other places, but I will tell you, honest to God, number one, what are you waiting for? Is no need to contemplate. Buckle up, because you're going on a ride and a journey that you will never see coming. The money you spend, honestly, no amount of money you invest will give you back what you're going to gain from joining the Vita System. I mean, that's the honest to God truth. At first, I'm like, oh my gosh, it costs this amount. And now I'm like, wow, I'm getting all of this for this amount. Seriously, like the things that I get in my time back and my confidence and all the things and the tools that you teach and the networking and everything that we get from this group, trust me, there's no reason to be on the fence. I understand, but I can assure you, no amount of money or anything is a reason for you not to join, because you will get this back tenfold. I mean, you cannot beat it. No way. It's such a supportive community. It's a community, and it doesn't stop when you complete the 12 weeks or whatever it is. It's like some stuff, when it's done, is done. But this is the gift that keeps on giving. We are all very supportive. Each week we give our wins. It's very encouraging to see other people win. I remember at one time I would get discouraged because I'm like, I don't have anything to say. But then I realized, really, you do have stuff to say. You just are not saying it, number one. And number two, it doesn't matter. If you keep being around people that are winning, eventually you're going to win when you surround yourself with the right group of people. And so this has just been life-changing to see this group of people grow and continue to grow and to continue to win. And I'm right there. I'm on my way. And I'm so excited about it. Wow. I know I used to sit on the coaching calls and just take so many notes. If I could show you my notebooks of just all the notes I was taking, because gym after gym after gym after gym. But I would never really ask any questions. And then I would get so nervous because, at the end, Z's like, okay, so what's your takeaways? I'm like, oh shoot, I'm going to talk. But then I started saying, well, closed mouths don't get fed, and you have not because you ask not. Then I started asking questions. And when I started asking questions, it changed everything, because I'm sitting there learning from other people. But once I started asking, I was getting things I specifically needed answered. Z is just willing to give you any amount of information she has. I don't know. That just really shocked me, if I'm being honest. It has just been tremendous for me to go into those group coaching sessions and hear what other people are saying, hear what you're teaching. But then I have the opportunity to ask somebody who is doing the doggone thing the questions that I need answered myself. And you take the time to answer the question. I mean, it's just mind blowing to me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, there are going to be challenges. Yes, there's going to be bumps in the roads. There are going to be days you want to quit. It's going to be days you say, forget it, I'm done. I don't want to hear any of your encouragement or any of that. But if you keep going, and we all have seen the image of somebody hammering away at something and they give up and they didn't know one more hammer and they found the diamond. I mean, you are a diamond in the rough. And if you keep going, you keep pushing, you keep striving, you get around the right people and the right program, it will change your life. I was in this thing by myself. I didn't have a blueprint in front of me of what to do in regards to this. I just didn't. I didn't have it. And I had to get it from California, and I'm in Indiana. But hey, God will bring it however he has to. And I'm in this thing with this lady in California. And I'm like, okay, she's in California, I'm in Indiana. Who cares? I have received so much just by being in the right rooms. But your gift will make room for you. Do your calling, know your purpose, and stay the race. The race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endures. I just encourage you, if you're thinking about it, if it's on your mind, schedule your consultation, ask your questions. Z and her team can handle it. They've heard it all. I know I gave it all. And she's like, look, girl, either you want to do this or you don't. And I'm like, I do. I'm sorry, I really do. And she's like, okay, come on. And it's been on and popping ever since.